allow the two children to attend the budget.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. Politico, this one not the off in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego die politico, yo. My ego don't come, yo. This one not the off in mind, yo. My ego don't come, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, yo. My egun don't come, yo. My people make you shout, yo. My egun don't come, yo. Man of
Hello there.
Ayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Ayegun dayari, Ayegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí, Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube, Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from tonight. Please share this broadcast. It is also going to be an interesting night tonight. And just before you settle down, like the broadcast, read the caption of the broadcast, the description as well, read that. Get yourself in tune with what we are going to be talking about tonight. Please share the broadcast. If you were in Abuja today, you'll be a witness to the NLC trying to picket the Abuja Airport in protest against the assault on their president. TUC, NLC, and the rest clashed outside Abuja today. share this. Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa elections, just like the war of February 25th, 2023. It is replaying itself again, but shockingly, they still have people around them. So, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun and live. So, if you have been following the development in Nigeria, especially on the economic front, political front, and so many other interesting fronts that have contributed to the state of Nigeria today. Now, they are currently waging the similar war they waged in their supposed elections, which we call it a charade. And a lot of people have come to realize that anyway. But the joke usually writes themselves when it comes to Nigerians and their criminal leaders. Of course, we know, without the enablers, there will never be any survival for these rogues, okay? They created their own fiefdom and they are dwelling and lording over it, no doubt. But we have those who actually, in their own courageous mind, try to stand up against the rotten criminals, but it's always come back with the same results. You know what I mean? Brutalized, conquered or crushed, demoralized, simply because people try to do same thing again and again and expect a different result, right? We mean that it's either they are mad or they are stupid, or it could actually be both. But programs like this help people to discover other people who are not in the same sort of in bed with this kind of a slave master arrangement which these criminals have established in Nigeria. That is what the programs like this are for. They help you to to confirm your doubts. Because I have been told a few times, right, by people, even on this program, that sometimes when they think about Nigeria, okay, Nigerians in Nigeria, and the criminals in charge of Nigeria, and the state of Nigeria, they get to be so worried. And then they look around, they realize that many of those who are in Nigeria are not as worried as them. And they begin to doubt, could it be that they are the ones who have problems? Could it be that things are not really as bad as they tend to appear? Okay? There are many people like that. Because you are wondering, how could people be comfortable? How could some people, especially the most affected, how can they be the willing tool that continue to enable these criminals? And then you are wondering, maybe something is wrong with you. Maybe you are the one who has a problem. Maybe you are the one who is, you know what I mean? Over worrying. But Mayegun's diary political is to help you, to make you understand that all your concerns, all your worries, all of the rhetorical questions ringing in your head all the time, to the point that when you get the answer, the more answers you get, the more confused you become. This platform is to help you get clarity. You are not mad. Nothing is wrong with you. We are dealing with generational criminals who have established a criminal enterprise as a country. And the blood of the ignorance and the innocent, even the enablers, are being spilled to sustain the enterprise. So when you join Mayegun's Diary Political, right, and you begin to hear from others too, that is when you are going to then begin to build on your discovery. You know what they say? If you know better, you should do better. That is why you are here. Including those who are enabling these criminals. They come to Mayegun's Diary Political. You know why? So that they will be very much in the clear too, that they were making those choices by themselves, not because they didn't know anything. It is because they chose to defend the evil. They come here too. You will see them in the comment section. You know what I mean? Check it out. Because it is the only platform that will give you clarity about Nigeria. And when you make a decision about you are never wrong and never alone. Did you get that? If you decide that your conclusion after all you have come to know about Nigeria is for Nigeria to peacefully break up and let everybody go their separate ways, you will be right. If your own clarity you get on Mayegun's Diary Political is to know that without the current rotten system completely crushed and then destroyed, there will be no future for you as long as you are claiming one Nigeria, one Nigeria. So you want something different, clarity. Then if you know all of this and you decide that if you can't beat them, you rather join them, then you will know what you are getting yourselves involved in. And little by little, a lot of people will also get to understand what your intentions are, and they will make their decisions too. So for clarity, that is why you are here. And if you really want it to work on you, you should never by any means have any soft spot for these criminals whereby you'll be throwing the punch of political correctness, one Nigeria, unity begging, and all other nonsense that majority of you love to use in escaping having critical conversation, by the way. No, you won't enjoy it. So, having said all this, let's go into the drama. The rogues, the criminals who are running Nigeria, not just running, no, they are ruining Nigeria. It is a banana republic where anything goes. I did tell you, but some of you, you will never agree, you will never believe until it happened, and then you will come back here to tell Mayegun when you are saying it. I sort of didn't really kind of follow you. I'm so sad now because I thought that at least they would do something. How would you, how could you in your own wildest imagination expect criminals to do the right thing? How? It's impossible. You know what I mean? And somebody said something. I said, I think they were talking to, I'm not sure, either Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey, either of the two, I think, right? They were being interviewed, and there is this quote from that conversation where he was sort of addressed as an activist, or human rights activist or human rights fighter. And you know what he said? He said, no man can fight for another man that is not ready to fight for himself. Humanity will fight for itself. Do you understand? There is no Messiah coming from anywhere. Okay? There is no savior coming from anywhere. Oh, somebody is coming to save his people. No. Yes, you might have messengers. The messengers that are going to tell you, if you don't change your way, if you don't mend your way, you are what? You are destined for doom. And from generation to generation, There are always messengers. There have always been messengers, but there is no savior coming to save you from anything. And that's what he said. And that's exactly what I'm saying to you right now, watching me. When you know better, you are expected, you are expected to do better. But doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result, is no other thing than the symptom of insanity. Do you get that? Now let's go back into it. The country that is considered the poverty capital of the world, man-made poverty. A lot of people will sit down sometimes and be like, why is it so difficult to generate electricity and have 24 hours electricity in Nigeria? What is wrong? It's corruption. Now the people where they sell generator, they are the ones that will never let Nigeria have 24 hours electricity. Nigerians will confidently tell you that, and they are not upset. They are not angry. Normalizing abnormalities, So people will sit down and be like, what is it going to take to build standard healthcare in Nigeria? You have the human resources for it. Why do you have to spend millions and billions of dollars on medical tourism from a poorest country in the world? Why? So people will sit down and be like, why are they so heartless? Why would they need 10 billion naira to feed president, 5 billion to feed vice president? What did they chop? People will sit down and be like, why are they like this? But then, it is Nigeria. It is man-made. Some people will say, this Nigeria is not working. This country is not working. And from my own discovery, to the criminals ruining Nigeria, Nigeria is working perfectly well. It's only you who continue to say Nigeria is not working, Nigeria is not working, but yet you have done nothing. Everything you have, their inflation, which is caused by their greed and corruption, the inflation continue to devalue every reward of your own labor. And you are not angry. You are not. But you know they exist. You know what they are doing. You read about them. You talk about them. A lot of you feel angry where you are. But apart from that, it doesn't go beyond that. I am talking about those who are directly affected now. And because it is man-made. If Nigeria have 24 hours electricity, within the space of 5 years, Nigeria, maybe with corruption, corruption will make, no corruption will make Nigeria have 24 hours electricity, okay? Because of corruption, Nigeria does not have 24 hours electricity, right? And because of no power, the wealth of Nigeria remain completely locked down. Do you understand what that means, right? It simply means if these criminals removes corruption and gives you electricity, as poor as Nigeria is, that they said Nigerians are so poor that they cannot afford to pay for 24 hours electricity. It is true, no doubt it is true. But all of this will change if your government remove corruption and give you 24 hours electricity alone, just for a start. Now, those who fail to do that, they continue to what? To represent themselves and present themselves and continue to wage war in order to keep themselves in that power. Anything and everything, you get that will keep them in that state and that power, they will do. including unleashing war on their own people. Then sometimes you wonder, if you look at the effort of Nigerian politicians, the level of war they wage during elections, you will think they were waging those wars to gain power because they love their people so much in order to come and do the right thing for their people. So, I do wonder, like somebody who decided to go and buy guns and give them to young people, and they knows that they will use the guns and the weapons on the same people that is planning to come and govern. Could it be because he loved them so much that he needed that power to change their life? Or just what it is, a business enterprise, right? So these are some of the questions that people ask that when you try to understand Nigeria and why it is not working and it will never work. They are warming up for war. The current picketing, what do you call it? Trying to shut down the Nigerian Federal Capital's International Airports, Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in Abuja. 2 days ago, Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, they gave a warning that by the 18th of November, they were going to go on a national strike as a protest against the assault of their president, Mr. Julius Ajaero, the man on the left. Now look at the man on the right. That one is the governor of a state called Imo State. They are also having elections in 2 days' time. Now, the man on the left, who happened to be the leader of the Nigerian workers, responded to the cause of the Imo State workers who have not been paid for the past 20 months. So they were protesting all of their unpaid gratuities, allowances, and the rest of that. And they believe that if there is any time for them to get their money, it will be now that the governor is trying to go for second term. So they decided to protest and they invited their national president. Upon landing in Imo State, they pounced on him. The thugs of the governor said thugs. Why they pounced on him? The policemen grabbed him. Okay, they said they kind of put him in a safe custody for his own safety. By the time they released him, this was how his face looked like. He has been beaten beyond. So this is this is actually what led to their own national protest. They said the governor must apologize. They wanted the APC to apologize. They wanted Tinubu to remove the commissioner by ordering the police IG to remove the police commissioner. And all of that stuff demand, none of them is met until when the rumor came last night that the aviation workers, they are joining the national protest against Imo State and some others too, but aviation workers. So this morning, those who were traveling, either those who arrived in Abuja or those who are traveling out of Abuja, they all got stranded when the workers blocked the road. But there is some back-end propaganda stories that I need to quickly drop here before I proceed. You see, in Nigeria, in case if you don't know this, in Nigeria, Nigerians are so divided so divided that if you should become a victim of the Nigeria rotten system, as a victim, you will be blamed. They will find one or two things to blame you and wish that whatever you have suffered should have killed you. That's how divided Nigerians have been. And there are many, many twists they are going to sort of sprinkle on it. Like, who is the victim? Is he a northerner, a southerner? Okay, if he's a northerner, is he a Christian or a Muslim? A Fulani or a Hausa? Or, you know what I mean? So all those coloration will determine, right, the level of a victimhood you're going to suffer. Now, if you are from the south, they need to know, are you from the southwest Yoruba, or are you from the southeast Igbo, or are you from the Niger Delta part of Ijo and others? So that will determine as well how your victimhood will either be celebrated or otherwise. But in a nutshell, in Nigeria, I mean, we kind of encourage people not to be the victim, even though we are all victims. But I mean, like the real one, you know what I mean? So, Ajaero, in his case, it's politics. Because it's easier. Nigeria Labour Congress for all Nigerian workers. Labour Party. The political party meant for workers. Do you get both now? Now, NLC as an organization speaks for Nigerian workers and represents them. Labour Party represents those who signed up as their members. Not, it doesn't represent NLC, or let me say NLC is not part of Labour Party. They know that too. But the problem they have in Imo State is like, to surprise you, APC, Egbekegbe, is not worried about PDP. They are more concerned about Labour Party, the obedient and likes. So Ajaero walk into the lion's den. Hopeless Uzordima. In a lawless country, they beat the national president of the workers and blamed him for trying to, speak for the impoverished Imo workers when the governor is trying to keep his political office. Wrong place, wrong time, and what happened? Assault. And there are people who are, even in Imo State, the workers themselves, they are divided. Yeah. There are those who have already settled with the side of the governor, with whatever he's managing to give them now. And when he gets what he wants to get, right, all of them, all of the work, including those who are on the side of Uzordima right now, they will all suffer together when this is over. But they don't care. You know what I mean? As typical Nigerians. Similar thing is going on in Bayelsa. I'm going to take you to the three of them tonight. Let's first start with the workers who decided to shut the road to the airport in Abuja today. And what did they say? For what reason? Let's start with this. Hang on. I think, right.
It is saying you finish us. It is
They have established the reasons why we are here. Comrade, an injury to one is indeed an injury to all. Yes. Somebody asked me why I was right there. Why is this a national issue? That this issue should have been the issue limited to Imo. We said no. The person that was brutalized is a national figure. Our president is a national figure. And the police that brutalized him, they are called Nigerian police. They are not Imo State police. The police that brutalized him, they report to the Inspector General of Police, who report to the President of Nigeria. So this is a national issue. And I thought we must make it one. Hopeless Uzordima cannot unleash power. Cannot unleash who has been advocating on someone who has been peacefully fighting for the interests of Nigerian workers. For us, we say no, no, no. What is happening today is just the first step in a series of activities that will happen, except the Nigerian government do the needful, except the Nigerian government pick those people that perpetuated the evil on our president. This is not acceptable. This can never be allowed by the Nigerian worker. And comrades, let us be strong. As this is a marathon, it is not a dash. We are just starting until the government acts, until the government do the needful. The area commander that perpetuated this, that led those armed thuggies who call themselves members of Imo State Police or members of the Nigerian police residing in Imo, they must be called to order. They must be investigated and they must be brought to book. It is not just enough to transfer the Commissioner of Police in Imo State. No, that is a step one. There are series of steps that must be taken by the Nigerian government, because an injury to one is injury to all. Because injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. So whether it happens in Imo, whether it happens in any state in Nigeria, once you do this to any Nigerian worker, we have the right to fight for that particular person all across the nation. And if you could remember, the uprising that happened in the Middle East was actually caused by one single individual. That was what caused the problem in Tunisia, and it springs across the entire Middle East. So the Nigerian president must act. The IGP of police must act, and the time to act is now. Solidarity! Solidarity forever!
Oh, singing!
Solidarity forever!
Oh, shouting!
Solidarity forever!
Soli, soli, soli. That was before they brought the soldiers. So the soldiers came, dispersed them, and all that. But as you saw that, right? Hopeless Uzordima is actually paying a lot of people now. If you are from Imo State, you probably know this already. If you are in Imo State right now, you are pretty much aware too, right? Okay. I don't know if this one is the National President of Nigerian Association of the National Association of Nigerian Students. I don't know, NANS. You know those ones who went to Tinubu to shout "Corona for his enemy, Corona, Corona, Corona." Nigerian students, they will never be found wanting. Majority of them start practicing the type of politics that the criminals who are ruining Nigeria are playing or practicing. They start practicing them on their different campuses. They are violent. They are like corrupt. Majority of them are criminals too, unfortunately. And they mostly hope to end up in National Assembly of Nigeria, at least. Asefon, you know Asefon? That 50-year-old National President of Nigerian students. Asefon. Aha. They have given him a senior special advisor to Tinubu appointment. Yeah, it's an appointment that is now a SSA to Tinubu on student engagement. I don't know this guy, but he's now saying that NLC, they are ready to mobilize Nigerian students against NLC for trying to be the appendage of a Labour Party, who are now trying to fight and cause problem in Imo State. That what is the problem of the Nigerian Labour President with Imo State? Student Union President, I think. Because this one can't be Imo State NANS President, NANS whatever, I'll show you. They are involved.
Greatest Nigerian students. Yes. Being a press text on an official press conference by the National Association of Nigerian Student NANS on this day, November 9th, 2023, as regards the shutdown of Imo State by the Nigerian Labour Congress, a self-serving action in undue punishment to the good people of Imo State. All protocols duly observed. It is sad that our very respected Nigerian Labour Congress will decide to punish the good people of Imo State for an alleged sin of the Imo Police Command. And let us quickly state that an official position by the Nigerian police is that Comrade Joe Ajaero, the NLC president, was rescued from an attack by those opposed to the protest he was about to lead. Till there is an evidence to the contrary, that is the state of affairs. While we are not happy with the events concerning the attack of Ajaero, we cannot support a situation where Comrade Ajaero hides under that guise to pursue his personal political agenda and vendetta, thereby punishing an entire state in an order to score a political point. That is against the spirit of true struggle, no matter the argument any man will wish to advance. For the avoidance of doubt, the National Industrial Court has already restrained the NLC from the activity of Comrade Ajaero set out for. So no one is compelling for any reason. Wherefore, the instance of the protest in Imo, there is this reason many may believe that there is a political agenda behind the whole action. Till now, the reasons why an entire state must be punished for an incident involving a few actors is yet to be explained. How can labor issues be resolved on vendetta? Whose interest is this situation where the economy and social life of Imo State will be shut down? The NLC must not be used to advance the interests of terrorists and non-state actors who have been battling for the soul of Imo State. Because this action looks like a covert social economic terrorism. The reason why an entire state is denied water, light, petrol, official transactions, aviation services, and other necessary social amenities for reasons that are clearly political is not something that must represent NLC and should not be allowed in any form. Just this morning, the NLC decided to block the road that leads to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Road here in Abuja and probably other airports in the country, thereby disrupting all local and international flights and punishing citizens and businesses for issues that they do not even have the minute connections with. The question again is, why should an entire country be punished for an incident that they have no hand in? Most of them even condemn it and have called for investigations. The truth is that NLC is entitled to its grievances, and we support them when they are genuine and logical in their struggle. But these actions of using its power and influences to cripple the economy of Imo State and even the country at large, and punishing Nigerians as well and other citizens, is unacceptable. It stands condemnable, and we appeal to them to rethink their actions and stop shortchanging and disenfranchising the good people of Imo State and Nigeria. They should ask a rhetoric question: is Ajaero a member of Simon Ekpa wing of IPOB that he is fighting against holding an election in Imo State? NLC blocking airports and other public facilities Is it a means of shortchanging the electorate from voting and exercising civic rights as Imolites? We want to categorically advise Comrade Ajaero to pull off these stunts and have mercy on the people of Imo State. Every issue that is labor-related can always be resolved amicably on a round table with government and other stakeholders. This is supposed to be the right rule of engagement, except if indeed the whole action had been politically
states in an attempt to.
You hear that? There's something I wanted to add on there as well. After that is nonsense. He accused NLC of being against hopeless Uzordima, fighting terrorists, and the rest of that. Hopeless Uzordima that publicly bragged that the communities who were always against him, that it will bomb them. I'm going to show you that video very soon, but we haven't gotten to that yet. All for election. That is the national body, supposed national exco of the Nigerian students. So the same ones, the same constituency that is about to suffer a generational damage when majority of them are going to have to drop out of school because of the policy of this Tinubu. And this is how he quickly turned it into political. He said the reason why they wanted to protest or strike in Imo State in the first place has not been explained. The issue of the workers who actually wanted to strike has been swept off. And right now, it is propaganda season. Do you want to hear Hopeless himself? He was also on TV today. Oh, hang on, before we get to the hopeless part. First, let us hear from this guy who is also participating, or his own party is participating in the elections too. Ikenga.
Let me also, before we start, express our solidarity and support to the Nigerian Labour Congress over the unfortunate incident which nearly led to the killing of the president of the country's Labour Congress. And it's important that from our intelligence, that attack on Comrade Ajaero was aimed at pitching President Bola Ahmed Tinubu against Nigerian workers. Those who did that in Owerri wanted to create a distraction that would pitch workers against the federal government. And it's so unfortunate that up till now, the ringleader of those attackers have not been arrested. And the solidarity with NLC on the decisions that are taken over this attack. Ladies and gentlemen, as we man this podium, we are fully aware that there is no story about our dear Imo State you already do not know. There is no aspect of misgovernance I will talk about you have not personally experienced. Imo to us is an open book, and this book we must not allow them to shut down without writing all the wrongs and bad narrative for which our dear state is now known. The last few years in Imo State have been years of gloom, pain, and ruthless leadership. No strata of the society, no sector, no community, and absolutely no person in Imo State has been spared of the horrible dark side of a stolen mandate. Whether you are backing the government or against the government, whether you are sitting on the fence or just sitting in your house, whether you are just minding your business or just asking innocent questions, whether you are employed or unemployed, rich or poor, of the political class or from the artisan community, we all are victims of this government in Imo State that we never elected. So I stand before you today with my brothers in the PDP with a sense of purpose as Imo embarks on another journey of transition. As you know, our great party have chosen Senator Samuel Anyanwu and his deputy, Honorable Jones Onyeriri, as the flag bearers for the November 11th governorship election in Imo State. Likewise, Senator Dino Melaya for Kogi and Governor Diri for Bayelsa. It is not just a mandate by the party, but a mandate by the people of Imo to recover Imo from the brinks. So I want you to understand the weight of this moment and the gravity of the task at hand. These and many other considerations have shaped our decision in recent time. Consider the current state of our beloved Imo. It languishes in darkness. It aches, shudders in despair. We have endured the loss of our peace, our security, and even our loved ones. Now they seek to extend this suffering for another 4 years. We cannot renew a mandate that in the first place we did not give. They have turned our state into a den of robbers, a playground for corruption, impunity, and violence, and have ravaged and destroyed our institutions and our businesses and our communities. Take a look at Imo today. We have lost our right to free speech. We have lost our right to freedom. We have lost our right to even fair politicking. Go around Owerri. Only that of the ruling government in Owerri that have campaign billboards standing in Owerri. Those of other candidates have either been pulled down or have been barred from erecting one. Where has that happened before? And he thinks that if he shuts down a fair contest, he will win. He will need to do much more to stop Imo people. Our nightlife is gone, a shadow of his former self. The business traffic into Owerri on weekends have fizzled out. Businesses are packed up and left Imo. There is a huge drop in commerce because Imo is now a playground for. Let me also.
Trust Ikenga, right, is, is kind of a match for them. He's been very, very consistent when it comes to this Imo State's terror governor called Uzordima. It is Nigeria. You have to do whatever you can to keep that power, even if you have to kill your own people. For those who understand Igbo very well, tell me what Oples said here.
Actually, I bomb about 2 times. He said, "Kids Zengara, almost school on Sodia. Apatam, Unujagua, poor dad, the next one, I'm going to get a bomb the place. Ken knows Mutanz, that boundary, Ozata. I won't know them there. When I have poor from there. Kenona Njaba lawyer and cause half poor from there. 1 week more."
You heard that? That is him sending message. He was sending messages to those communities, and they are, listen to this one. They are Olu, Ujamba, and Omuma, especially in Olu. The amount of bombing they carried out in Olu in 3 years alone, Olu, by that criminal, right? So when that guy is saying that everything is gone, no matter the picture they're trying to paint to the rest of the world there, Imo State is under a big terror capture. But look at the guy today, Oples Uzodinma. It was at Channels Television this evening, I believe. Listen.
In all of this. Well, I'm surprised to hear that there is a feud between the government of Imo State and the Nigerian Labour Congress. I don't think it is correct because there is no conflict. My relationship and that of my government with the Nigerian Labour Congress in Imo State is very cordial. All I have had is that the national leadership, the president of Nigerian Labour Congress, continues to issue threats. How he will shut Imo State down, how he will occupy Imo, how he will make life unbearable for Imo citizens. I have not been given the opportunity to understand the reasons behind all these threats. Since the president emerged as the president of Nigerian Labour Congress, I've only met him once in Abuja by chance. He has never led any formal complaint to me, person one-on-one. He has never visited his governor, my humble self. There has never been any courtesy extended to me. But I don't know the reason behind all this hostility to my government. I, for one, have a very good relationship with the labor in my state, to the extent that the labor has on several occasions given me award, commended me publicly and privately on the improved relationship between my government and them since my assumption into office. So I think that maybe something is wrong somewhere. But I'm looking forward for that day. I'll have an opportunity to engage with the national leadership of Nigerian Labour Congress. So I will understand actually really what are the issues. It's very surprising that the president of a labor union from Imo State will decide to be hostile to his state. Though I'm not completely surprised, because in several occasions he has mentioned and confirmed to me, to the public, that he's a member of the Labour Party. Of course, political contest that is going on now. The Labour Party also has a candidate in Imo State, and I am a candidate. So I don't know whether the political contest in Imo State has been dragged up to the Nigerian Labour Congress. So I don't know. So maybe you help me find out.
Governor Uzordima, let's...
Do you understand? Have you seen the pattern yet? You haven't. They are making it 100% about him. Not about not paying his own civil servant, not paying the workers. He said he's had a very good relationship with them. They've given him an award and the rest of that. Then why are they getting ready to go on strike for not being paid for 20 months? 20 months. And he was telling them that there was a clip where he said, he's still trying to pay the outstanding hold by the previous government, that he is not the one who owed them that 20 months, the whole 20 months, okay? That he owes some, others owe the rest. That's why it is being slowly paid. I mean, did you see how Kama he pretended to be there? And then he switched it on and said, oh, the NLC chairman is from Imo State. And he has told the public that he's a member of Labour Party. So he's fighting me. He's been hostile to my government. He's against me because I am contesting again, even though I have failed. But this man is against me because he's a member of another party, not because I haven't paid the workers. In fact, the workers are not really complaining. They are cooperating. The workers understand. We have an agreement. So they are giving me a award. All the things politicians tell themselves. Because you see, in Nigeria, paying workers is actually considered as a privilege, not right. Do you understand? Yeah. Working for a month and getting paid that peanuts is actually a privilege. So when the governor pay your salary, people, they are like, that state, they will be doing celebration. They will be like, this governor, he has been paying us at when due. It is like a great achievement. Even the governor will say it and say, I have not hold workers for 1 month. I have cleared all of the gratuities. He will be saying because he's done them favor. He could have spent the money. Nothing is going to happen to him. Another person that come, they just believe that the government is owing them. That is the life of Nigerians, especially the civil servants. And more reason why you will know that corruption is not going anywhere in Nigeria, ever. You will see people who have not been paid for 1 year, 12 months, or 2 years. And they still dress up every day, and they still go to that work. They still have their children in higher institutions. Some of them still have their children schooling outside Nigeria. They have not been paid though for 20 months, but they will go to work. They you know what I mean? What do you want us to do? We know that it is their papa's death. I mean, papa's death, Abi, or na papa's dead body. Then them go bury him. Anybody will come later, they know say they are owing us, yeah? Because that is why the corruption is going nowhere in Nigeria. You'll be asking, how are you living, surviving? Eh? They've not paid you for past 1 year. And you still consider yourself employed? You still go to work every day? Abi now, at least what are we going to do? Because they go there to perpetuate corruption. And that is all over Nigeria. So to hopeless Uzordima, why is the NLC coming after me? Huh? Am I the only person who has not paid them? The workers, they understand now. We had an agreement now. I made them realize that there's no money. Anytime there is money, I'll pay some. Anytime they have money again, I'll pay some. So why are you trying to now say they should go on strike? He's now making it about himself. That I'm trying to be a good guy. Eh? We'll kill ourselves, you know. I'll take you back to their mentor where they actually handed them the flag of war and waiting Kolu said when he had them. Yeah, I'll see if I see have that clip. Give me a sec. And I think this was in Abuja, by the way, right? One momento.
Everybody knows in this state those who have given in to violence. And they flash red points in this state.
States, in an attempt to weaken their resolve, knowing that the APC and its governorship candidate in Kogi State, as well as his godfather Yaya Bello, have been rejected by the people ahead of the November 11, 2023 governorship election in the state. Intelligence available to our campaign is to the effect that the APC have sewn fake police uniform.
Now, I think let's do it this way, okay? This is what we're going to do. I kind of want to take you back, one second. I want to take you back to when Kolu handed Kolu Gandola and a few others, when they handed the flag of war. Because it's not election, no. That's one thing you always remember. This is not elections. Okay? It is war. People are already being killed. Armor tank have been deployed on top waiting because they want to choose their governors. Abi? Now let's do this. I am going to take you straight to that time when Nekolu gave them that flag a few days ago.
Okay.
Over to the National Chairman of the APC. Thank you.
Congratulations. And your hand of victory. I could see you are walking home, so I can bring you safely home. I will see you there. Quite well. She's running with you. I believe all that we will achieve victory. All I'm pleading to all of you is a free and fair election, mobilized one. The governor of Kogi is working hard to hand over to another product of our government. Usman Ododo, we're happy to have you here. Hope Uzordima, a great hope of our party and the progressive chairman, progressive governor Zoro. Thank you for the good job you have been doing. People Silva, congratulations for what you've achieved as a former governor and a former minister for petroleum. The crusade is not forgotten on us. The National Working Committee, the Honorable Minister, Prince Audi, and many of you here, we are all taking
nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Because that, I know, it's annoying, right? The clapping and all that, and then the lifeless posture. I know, I understand, and that's why I'm like, you know. But let's put that aside. That was when they handed them the flag of war. It is not an election. It will never be an election. It is going to be the survival of the most violent. That's what's going to happen. Signed, sealed, and delivered, they will say. But people are still going to be killed anyway. Right? So I think we should go to that last person they gave the flag to. Timmy Silva. A quick background. Timmy Silva is the former governor of Bayelsa State under the PDP. Okay. Then he got removed for Seriake Dixon. Now, after that, he left PDP to go and join them in APC, and he's been trying to be governor since then. But he's also been a minister. Somebody who was former governor of Bayelsa became the minister of petroleum in Nigeria. Expended, or should I say wasted, excuse me, wasted over $6 billion US dollars in the name of fixing the refineries in Nigeria that none of them ever work. Right? Now he's back to the same people. And mind you, today, even though Bayelsa happened to be the, by allocation, the largest oil producer in Nigeria and all that. So Bayelsa happened to be one of the top 3 highest revenue earners, allocation earners from Nigeria. Unfortunately, Bayelsa is also the second poorest state in Nigeria after Zamfara. That is true. And no thanks to Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, Timmy Silva, Seriake Dixon, and this other one that is there today, the Danku Shetani Diri of PDP. They've made the lives of their people worse off. And you will be surprised that the same people are still kind of willing to have them. Or should I say, they were happy to kind of, even if they are bribed to take whatever is being given to them, or some would say, but they don't have any choice. I'm like, no, everybody has a choice, okay? So don't give me that. Timmy Priya Silva was back in Bayelsa after so many legal battles, this or that. I'll show you. During the day, here is Timmy. And here is another one. APC. Some will say, you mean people still they follow APC? Even in this Nigeria, right? They follow them. They follow them. So, and that is why a lot of you have smart ideas of how to rescue Nigeria. This platform is just going to be like your research Wikipedia, encyclopedia. You will see Nigerians in their raw form. And I bet it, every day, you will be editing that your idea, if you are serious with the kind of character or the kind of Nigerians that you come across on this platform and things they do. And you'll be asking yourself, how can anybody still follow APC in this? They go follow them. Nigeria is unreal. It's not a real place. Honestly speaking, it's not. I mean, even when it is raining, they go follow APC. Trust me. No joke. Hey, but what do you want them to do? Nothing. Follow them. Come on. Amy, tell you what to do again, Ke. Hey, but they are like, So, I mean, knowing that something is wrong and right, and people behind it, even if that is what you first start with, to send the signal that you are not part of this whole charade anymore, at least, Abi. But some are saying that, Baba, you are just saying, like, talking like that, Jare. If you know, PDP have destroyed our state. This one, blah, blah, blah. I said, but it is always turn by turn Nigeria Limited, Nabi. No, be so. Hang on. If you think that one was short, take a look at this one. How for do Abi? Come rain, come sun, even in the darky, the supposed victims, which people have now kind of changed, and they're now calling them voluntary slaves, still in that Bayelsa. listening to a thief that was arrested for stealing over 100 billion naira when he was governor. The guy was hiding behind a closed door, hiding. And when they caught him, it's one of those most supposed shameless thing that hit the internet at the time. But guess what? He became a minister of petroleum after that, under the government that came to fight corruption. Yes, it did. You know, it happened. And there they were. Silver go take care of you now. And they believe.
And many more. But this time, I'm coming back bigger and better. I have been exposed to the world. I know the world and the world knows me now. So I'm coming back with all that experience to empower our young men and women. I have very great plans for you. And in 1 year's time, I will come back here. I will come back here to count the number of millionaires that we have created. The government, the outgoing government, does not know how to do it. They are not experienced. Look at the statistics. Level 17 officer, you can check. Level 17 officer in 2011 under my government was earning 560,000 naira. Today they are earning 400,000. Have you seen where salaries are going down instead of going up? Yet the value of money is dropping. The price of things are increasing. But in Bayelsa, the salaries and the earnings of people are dropping. And yet they say they are prosperity government. What kind of prosperity is that? I have never seen a prosperity like that. That people are being impoverished and the government is shouting prosperity. Prosperity of their pockets. Prosperity of their brothers and sisters. Prosperity of their community only. So, Okodia Zarama, listen to people. It's your opportunity. It's your opportunity. It's your opportunity.
You hear that? He's telling them, it's your opportunity. It is your opportunity. I am coming back in 1 year to come and to show all of you how many people we have turned to billionaires. Billionaires without any enterprise. Isn't that what these rogues represent? They have so much money, stolen money. Billionaires they are. That guy that you are seeing on your screen just now, Timmy Silva, if I have to size him by the size of his own corruption and his involvement, just randomly, I can tell you that he alone, right, is worth over $5 billion stolen money. He alone, Silva alone, that guy standing in front of those people there. With 2 billion of his, with 3 billion of his stolen money, right? They can turn Bayelsa states around in a space of that 1 year without promising everybody to become billionaires. People will actually have real life, real job, or that money is in his pocket and it's going to steal more. Do you understand the calamity? They have a song for him, in case if you haven't heard it too. Listen.
Everything go marama o. Everything go marama. Civil servants say on a go see. pensioners, I say on a go see. Gratuity, see if I go pay amo. Promotion to see if I go give you everything go marama oh. When they busy come on, I go see. I say on a go see. When say by my cabaret, by yes, everything go marama. Marketing, I say on a go see oh. Once if I do by yes, everything go marama. When they busy come on, I go see. When say by my cabaret, by yes, everything go marama. I say when they busy come on, I go see. Once if I my cabaret, by yes, everything go marama oh. When they busy come on, I go see. When say by my cabaret, by yes, everything go marama. I say on I go see. The youth from Bayelsa on I go see. Women I say on I go see. Fancy Baru Bayelsa, everything go marama oh. When they busy come on I go see. I say on I go see. When say by my cabaret, by yes, everything go marama. Everything go. When they busy come on I go see. Everything go marama. When say by my cabaret, by yes, everything go marama. When they busy come on I go see. On I go see. When say by my cabaret, by yes, everything go marama. Yeah, now wait go tell you, see far away. Yeah, go tell you, see far. Yeah, now wait go tell you, see far away. Yeah, go tell you, see far.
Jay, help us, oh, help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain.
Amen. Because you see those who are drinking there, dancing. When APC come, una go see. When a silver come, you go una go see. Oh, when APC come, una go see. They are drinking and dancing to the future mortgaging of their own. I mean, so for the mortgaging of the future of their own children and children. Come, oh, help us, oh, help us, oh. That is God, oh.
Jay, help us, oh, help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
In that same Bayelsa, the governor himself, Diri, let's say if that one do road construction that is not wider than this my chest, they go call Oliver the Cook to come and play because they've just constructed a chest size road. So the person that is now challenging them too, who happened to be the former IYC President, Ijo Youth Council President, he said, right now, even though he know these guys very well, sure you get, and he know say, now war for war, gun for gun, man for man, nothing like all this, what do you call it, all this peace. So, because they asked him, Baba, you know go the peace accord they signed in Bayelsa among all. He said, wait till we which peace? Well, number one, I wasn't invited. But don't let us deceive ourselves, my guy. Which peace? We know those who have the capacity to mobilize and all of that, but it's not, if not because of people like us who can actually stand up to, because they know their game. But he's already out of the game. You know what I mean? Labour Party governorship candidate in Bayelsa has already dropped the bombshell. The governor of Bayelsa, Diri, has already given the chairman of Labour Party in Bayelsa 100 million naira. And the 100 million naira sharing formula and the rest of that is starting to create a problem now. Immediately, PDP gave him money, the Labour Party chairman. They brought another woman and said that woman is the candidate. Despite the fact that INEC has already published the name of the candidates and they published the Labour Party candidate name, TV stations in Nigeria, some of them are still kind of allowing the woman that the Labour Party chairman in, the Labour Party chairman in Bayelsa is now pushing to go there and say she's the candidate. Now, they said the money don't finish now, right? And the woman said she wasn't really paid all her money. All they promised her. She can no longer go to any radio station or TV to go and say she's a candidate anymore. In fact, she's planning to now take them to court. So using Wiri to cure Wiri, let's say this guy fit them, is not going to win. They're going to rig him out. Do you understand? And the rigging is, half of the rigging is going to be done by the member of his own supposed political party. And guess what he said? They did the same thing to Peter Obi. You know what I mean? Those who are supposed to be working together as party, majority of them are using the opportunity to go and meet APC, PDP, who have real money to spend. Adibeko. Anyway, listen to him.
Uncle Abadi, did I miss anything? I didn't miss anything. First, I was not invited. My party in Bayelsa is working for the PDP. So if you send them information, they will hoard it, especially if it will give me a mileage. I had known that since, so it didn't bother me. However, I didn't miss anything. I went for campaigns. By the time I was notified, I was in a training. I had come back from campaign. I was actually in a training for my agents for the elections, and only for one of the candidates to call me that they just finished us. I said I wasn't notified. In any case, did I miss anything? These guys have been, some of those who signed that peace accord have been consistently from 2015 involved in elections that have been violent and people have been killed. As I speak to you, people have been killed in Bayelsa. Arms are being stockpiled. So what is the rhetorics of going to sign a peace accord that at the end of the day, the same actors, they will be rolling red carpet for them? I remember when the American envoy came to see me on this election and they talked about peace accord. And I asked them, I said, why am I going to even be signing a peace accord when at the end of the day, actors in the same peace accord are being found wanting, their neck and hands and neck deep in the crisis, bloodshed that took place. Those same people are giving red carpet when they visit your country. So for me, I don't attach any importance to it. If I was notified, I would have been there, but I would have heard this opinion before I got there. Yesterday, I was in Udi to campaign. Some people came and told me that it was the PDP environment that I should leave the town. And when I saw that if I engage them, I would create conflict, I said, okay, well, let me leave. Well, the second thought, I said, wait, why should I even leave? And I insisted, and eventually people came out because my parents would already also have knowledge in OD. If I did not chase the governor when he went to my place, why should somebody chase me in his place? And eventually I had that engagement peacefully and left. They are promoting violence. They will give you all kinds of disposition, but they know what their people are doing. I have been very non-violent in this engagement. I was to go to Basambri. I was actually in Ogbolomabri when people said, oh no, I shouldn't come to Basambri. I said, why? I want to be governor of Bayelsa. I will go. In any case, I don't move with policemen and all the guns and everything. So I walked in there and I had a fruitful engagement with the leadership of the community and left. So,
Eradiri, that is his name. And you see that guy you just watched, is at the level of Asari Tompolo, but he ventured into politics by, you know what I mean? He used to be part of the Moses for PDP in Bayelsa State. He was a former president of Ijo Youth Council. You know, every time Asari will be shouting Ijo, 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 this, Ijo, that, Abi. That was a former president of that. when you talk about militants, those who use, the Niger Delta terrorists of the time who call themselves activists, here you get. Now the same category. In fact, there was a particular, engagement or exchanges between him and Rufai in that Arise News studio. You know, where Rufai brought out the, the record of the guy. When you were the Joy Youth Council president, they say you are very violent too. You said you be one kind done, that you have your squad. Anybody who say anything against the Joy Youth Council or the PDP at the time or your own political what have you then, you they beat them. They say you don't enter. You've entered a TV station, I've been a radio station live, and you ordered your boys to beat the reporters there. And they mentioned, they said, listen. I was the president of the Joy Youth Council. Yes. And as the president of the council, there are many segments of the, there are many sectors or branches of whatever, I don't know. Like they have different offices under him. One of them is the disciplinary team. That's the violent team. So the guy, you said, you heard that in that his statement there when he said he got to a place and they told him it's a PDP territory. He needed to leave. And he was about to leave because he didn't want to have a problem, right? Then he was like, Bayelsa alone. Is this place not Bayelsa again? This same place, maybe say me, I don't rule like king before. Maybe say if I sneeze, people they catch cold. So because I know PDP now, be una what? Team Atani. Oh yeah, I go do him. And he said he did it there. Now talking about violence. You hear what he said about a peace accord? Which may be the peace accord. Let's stop deceiving ourselves and all that nonsense. They know those who have the capacity to perpetuate violence. Sure you get. So, but they will force you to come and say you are signing peace accord. Then when PDP, APC carry their gun and chase your people away, the people that told you to sign peace accord, you won't see them again. You are gone. Otilon here. Or the victim here. Now, take a listen. He was talking about his past.
Of the corruption. Well, to talk about...
We don't have any proof in that regard. Yes. Just hold on. Now, one major issue here is about the disciplinary measures of the IYC, the Joy Youth Council, right? And I assume, of course, that the Joy Youth Council is a lawful association. Can you tell us the sections of the constitution of IYC, or the IYC has no constitution? If it has, what does it say in specific terms about discipline? What kind of disciplinary measures?
Well, you know, the IYC, we're a movement. And before we had our constitution, we had our conventional laws of the IYC. And yes, our conventional laws. Under our conventional laws, you cannot disrespect the IYC president. It doesn't happen. So it won't be in my time that it will be changed, or it will be in the public time that it will change. It will change. The Joy Youths, a lot of them belong to cult organizations. And then they forget that they were born and conceived Ijaw children. They became an adult before they joined all of their rubbish cults that they joined. They come to the IYC with the cults and come and disrespect the leadership of the organization. That you were conceived as an Ijaw child. I will not ask for it. I used to extract that loyalty to the Ijaw nation from them. You don't carry your rubbish cult and come and say because you belong to one thing, you want to come and disrespect the Joy Youth Council president. It does not happen. And it will happen in my time. I have demonstrated that. Come to the Niger Delta. Cultism is the order of the day in our communities, in our states. They have migrated that cultism to disrespect constituted authorities. Like the IYC, the community governance structures. Come and see the mess going on in Bayelsa. No IYC president will tolerate that nonsense. When you go smoke those your nonsense, you come to disrespect IYC.
Another conventional laws of the IYC, corporal punishment is allowed.
With a bit.
Which one? Corporal punishment is allowed.
With a bit. The joy you speak.
Okay. That means okay. I get your point. It means that corporal punishment is allowed. Assault, battery.
It's like the OPC leadership. Do you expect somebody to go and disrespect the OPC president? He will beat him up. When should the Joy Youth Council won't become a discussion on national TV? When you know the rules. Nobody will go and disrespect.
You cannot disrespect me, and you finally admitted. That's why have that part. Seeking power. And the guy that has been accused of open pause, Diri, he himself is saying that he is afraid. When some says that Diri is the one in charge, like people are afraid of hopeless Uzordima in Imo State. So, opposition are afraid of Diri of PDP. Or you know something? Even Diri fears the devil. APC. Person with the power. But it's part of it. Listen to him.
Everybody knows in this state those who have given in to violence and the flash red points in this state. Kolokmo Pokuma has never been a flash red point. And I think that the candidate of the APC, Chief Timothy Silva, may have stockpiled arms in Kolokmo Pokuma, and I'll call on the security agencies to immediately swing into action to see if Timothy Silva is bringing the devilish actions he has been taking in Nembe, where he has disallowed the people of Nembe to participate in democratic electoral peaceful processes. And we in Kolokmo Pokuma will never accept that from him. I am one person that all of you will attest that the peace in this state is because the body language of the governor is peaceful. The body language of the governor is security. And so the issue or question of my commitment does not arise here.
We see today.
So do you get that? That is how they make those allegations, and they know nothing is going to happen. Trust me. So you have to fear the devil, because even the devil fears APC. You have to fear APC. And if you want to go into anything with them, APC, PDP, and the rest of them, no, they preach peace. No, they preach peace. So, and those who are still pretending to be gentlemen, they will continue to be sacrificial lambs in the hands of these killers and ruiners. The story is not different from, the story is not different in Kogi. It's the same. Yaya Bello is the reigning emperor that want to install his own successor, is to G, and he will do anything and everything to make that happen. That Ododo of a guy. But Eradiri has been trying to make some push here and there. Give me a second. I was going to add that too, which is from Bayelsa before I go to Kogi State. I was talking about people making themselves available for APC, whether it is during the day or whether it is sunny, it is raining, or even at night. They also went into church to ask God to make it happen. I'll show you.
God, why do you brought me to this Nigeria? What is my sin? Kí lẹ ṣẹ̀ mi gangan? Kí ni ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi tó fi dá mi sí Nigeria yìí? Ìkíní, èkejì, ẹ̀kẹta. Oh yeah.
So let's go to that Kogi, where Eradiri is trying to be their governor too. I mean, what do you want me to probably say to you? It's all messed up. The wars of Nigeria are the one in charge of Nigeria. What do you expect? Elections? No. But let's see Dino. The first part of Dino's is that to raise the alarm that Yeye Bello won't kill Amo. This one.
States in an attempt to weaken their resolve, knowing that the APC and its governorship candidate in Kogi State, as well as his godfather Yaya Bello, have been rejected by the people ahead of the November 11, 2023 governorship election in the state. Intelligence available to our campaign is to the effect that the APC have sewn fake police uniforms, camouflage, which have already been brought into Kogi State and ready to be distributed among APC thugs to parade as policemen and soldiers and unleash terror on innocent Kogites on election day. The gang was responsible for the mayhem that occurred in N800b, where my nephew was killed. It is important for me too, in brackets, OC SAS, to know that I knew the hotel he stayed during the last election. I dared him to come with his gang for this November 11 elections. Surely he will meet his Waterloo, as the people of Kogi State are now more than ever before out to resist and vanquish him. We want Governor Yaya Bello to know that we are already aware that he is bringing another set of thugs and hoodlums from Ijebu in Ogun State to be led by one Alpha Nojin Agbebi. Nojin Agbebi should also know that the people of Kogi State are already waiting for him, and this time around, he will surely be taught the lessons of thuggery, and I pray he lives to remember the experience. We are already aware that the hired thugs also been invited from Lagos and Shaki in Oyo State. We have intelligence of how the hoodlums from Lagos met a top member of the Yaya Bello government and was paid 2 million naira for transportation. We advise them not to return back to Kogi State in their own interests. Additional information available to me indicates that the desperate Yaya Bello has commenced a nebulous action of planting hoodlums in communities with intention of using them to disrupt electoral activities across Kogi State. For instance, we are aware that in Ogidi, Ijumuoke district of Ijumu local government area of Kogi State, one Kamal, a very dangerous thug of the APC, visited the Ogidi community, pretending to be searching for accommodation for purported INEC staff, who are in the real sense Yaya Bello's thugs. We wonder how an APC thug will be the one searching for accommodation for INEC staff, who will arrive in the community and live among the people 1 week ahead of the governorship election. That we in the PDP will defend our votes this time around. We will also defend our people. No amount of intimidation, no amount of harassment will detract our attention and focus from winning this election. We are resolute, We have all the strategies to defeat the machinations of the APC and Yaya Bello this time around. We call on all Kogites not to be afraid, not to be timid, not to be scared. We call on Kogites to come out en masse and vote. Security will be provided and they will be defended. This time around, it will be one man, one vote, and we will resist violence in any form. This is the time for you to test your acceptability and popularity. This is the time to tell Nigeria, to tell Kogites, the projects you have embarked on that will help you evangelize the gospel of Ododo. We know that Ododo is just on the ballot. Yaya Bello is attempting to run a third term, and that will not happen because he has been rejected by the people.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian. It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
That is a canary Dino. Is a theatrician. Is there a word like that? Somebody who is always acting like he's in the theater. An actor. Actor, no, they die. That is Canary Dino. And of course, the story, like I told you, is the same everywhere. You would expect them to be talking about the election and all of that. But all of the video, I mean, everything I've shown you tonight, everything you've seen tonight, did any of them tell you that they were preparing for election or they were preparing for war? Any? Oh, okay. Let's go outside first and see how Dino is with, the Kogite that is talking about. Here is one.
She is from the central.
He has also told the Kogites, as he said, that they are going to build, he's going to build the first hotel on water in Kogi State when he becomes their governor. Timi Priye Silva told the Bayelsans that in a year, they will be surprised at how many billionaires he would have created in Bayelsa State. Well, listen.
She is from the central. The deputy governor is from the east. The minister is from the east. In the west here, we were not considered by APC for governorship. We were not considered for deputy governor. We were not considered for minister. Why will anybody from the west go and vote APC? Today, out of everyone that is looking for governor, Dino Melaye is the only one with the 3 E's. He's the most educated, he's the most experienced, he's the most exposed. Also the tallest of all the candidates, and of course I am the finest as intellectual fanboy. Yeah!
Do you get that? I am the tallest, I am the finest, I am the, the best guy or the right guy with the biggest Ebola. Are those not enough to make me your governor? What else do you need? Okay. Maybe you will dance.
Say Oze. Oze. Percentage salary. Corruption. Killing. Digging of roads. Missing person. Missing person. Abo inda. Abo inda. Abo. Owerri. Abo inda. Abo inda.
I don't know what he's singing, though, but I just know that, he will sing for you. That is why we call him Canary Dino. He's an actor. Actor no they die. But there's somebody who believes that, come on. We are talking about people to be governor, and you are talking about Dino. I know Dino very, very well. How can anybody say Dino want to be governor? I said, well, because you are all jokes. Look at it. When things get so mad, so bad, you go see worst of the worst, they give you advice. Somebody like this.
When you give Dino that ticket, you know he won't win in Kogi State. And then tomorrow,
why do you think he would win in Kogi State?
Why would Kogi people say they will vote for a candidate like Dino?
It's from Kogi West.
I'm not joking.
He's a candidate.
And it's from Kogi West.
With due respect to all of us. I mean, the mere fact that you are from Kogi, they are for any Kogi person. No, that's not the truth. This is what we do. When we are talking about governance of a state. And we are not talking about drama. You know what we're talking about? We're talking about governance of a state. For Christ's sake, PDP presents such a candidate, and you mean that Kogi people want development? You see, let us stop this idea that it's from Kogi. It's okay. Take for example, anybody from Lagos State, because election, then Lagos people will just go and vote for you because you're from Lagos. I mean, that can be serious.
Are you saying Dino doesn't have?
Dino does not have what it takes. For Christ's sake, for crying out loud, what is he going to do? He knows me very well. He knows.
What disqualifies him?
He does not have what it takes to be a governor at all. It's not by coming to add drama on television. No, it's not that. It's not by coming to arrest to abuse the wicked. It's not that. Ask Dino when he said he was running for governorship. Saraki wants him to be. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows. How can you tell me such persons will be governor of the state? I've just ended that. He's watching. He knows. And I don't know the word to use now. And so that was too harsh.
He's been a long-standing politician, Your Excellency.
What do you call
He has also worked for the PDP, and groups are also voting for him in Kogi State.
What did he work?
He was close to you.
He wasn't close to me.
He
was not close to me. No, he was not close to me. Listen, you know, when Saraki bought him, and so it was.
Go ahead, Your Excellency.
I mean, Dino should do what to the governor of the Kogi, and people of Kogi will go and vote.
Senator Saraki brought him to you.
If Saraki is watching this, that he will laugh very well.
Yeah, he brought it to you.
Don't worry, I will not go to. Do you know what happened?
So at that time, he operating suspense.
But at that time, he was following Saraki. So one day, when Atiku Abubakar came back from Dubai after the 2019 election, so it was in my house here. So they came in the night. Who did I see? I called my son. I said, what's going on? Have you abandoned the... Sorry. I think there are no characters I should talk about at all. Ask Senator Mao Ohabuwa, when I was running for this presidential race, what did Dino tell me? Ask Senator Mao Ohabuwa. What was that? And you are telling me now that PDP wants to win the election, and what you will do is to give ticket to Dino Milaye, and you say that tomorrow that you were rigged when you have already started rigging yourself. I mean, if a party, and that's what I said, is this party serious at all? Do they really want to win the election, or they just want to present a candidate? Are we saying that we want to win an election, or we want to have a candidate? There are two things there. There are two things. As a party, you watch the ruling party. What did they do? Where have they picked their candidate? What's their strategy? What are we going to do? You don't just come because, Dino was the one abusing people on behalf of your party. Therefore, that entitles him to fly the flag of the party in Kogi State.
Are you alleging, Your Excellency, that plans are afoot to ensure that Senator Dino Milaye becomes the governorship candidate?
That's very obvious. It's very obvious. And that's why I don't talk. That's why when you talk about the leadership of the party should know. Do you love this party?
My primary business is other people's businesses.
if I open my can of worms and maggots on Wiki, but I'm waiting for him. His territory that he's trying to practice is my own primary constituency, and I'm waiting for him. He's a pretentious character, he's a liar, and he has no integrity, no iota of integrity. Wike was calling me when Atiku Abubakar was to announce his running mates. I have records and I've printed it out and I'm waiting for him. He called me 19 times in 2 hours, begging us to convince Atiku Abubakar to make him the vice presidential candidate. So when I see him lying on TV, because of the south of this country, because of southern Nigeria, the reason of moves to south, you that were lobbying us and begging us, promising us heaven and earth to convince Atiku Abubakar to make you vice presidential candidate, to the extent that he was at the airport. I have a video. He spent hours in the airport waiting for me to call him to say, Atiku have picked you as he was at the airport here, waiting, calling me. He was calling me, my brother and friend, who is were in the Senate together, was also calling me that day. I have witnesses. I even gave the phone to Abdul Ningi to speak with him. I gave the phone to Senator Zameri to speak with him. He was begging all of us, promising heaven and earth. Atiku should announce him. It was around 1 or so that I told him, Oga, nobody will give you vice president. That was when he left and then flew back to. So the man who was so desperate to be vice president, because you didn't get it, you now started a southern agenda. I don't believe in such unprincipled, zero integrity character like Mr. Wike. The man, Wike was the one who brought Ayu. Wike was the one who sponsored Ayu. And that was why Wike made all the governors to endorse Ayu. That's why there was no election in the national chairman's office during the convention. Ayu was unopposed. Now you are saying Ayu must go, you want to go to the south. Maybe because of the alcohol he took. Maybe he thought Ayu is from Abia State when he was supporting him. Because Ayu is from the north. You are the one that brought Ayu. When did you now realize that Ayu is a northerner? But he was doing that time to satisfy his own selfish ambition of becoming the presidential candidate from the south. So he doesn't want the chairmanship at that time to go to the south so that it will not affect his ambition of becoming president from the south. So he pushed the chairmanship to the north and thinking he will be able to bribe Ayu to produce him as the presidential candidate. When Ayu refused to do the wrong thing, then Ayu became an enemy. Is it not the same Wike that removed his brother, his mentor, Prince Uche Secondus, as the national chairman of the party? If you love the South so much, why did you remove a southerner to bring a northerner? Today you are saying chairmanship must go to the south. Was the chairmanship not in the south? Was it not you, Wike, who went to court, who did everything, expelled him from his ward? So a character who is not stable like that, who is influenced by alcohol and other things I don't know, should not be taken seriously.
So my last is in here because in 2 days' time, I mean, all of this are going to come to pass, and people are going to go back to their reset mode again, back to the factory setting, where they will begin to say, what is all this? This country is too hard. Our leaders are so heartless. We campaign, no. We voted for them. Oh. We say, God, come and fight for us. So, factory setting of a slavery. I mean, it's actually slavery with mental problem now. Doing same thing again and again and expecting a different results. My time is up. I mean, but I should still tell you, Kolu Tiwa in Saudi, or Kolu de Saudi Arabia right now. There is a summit they said they are doing in Saudi Arabia. And that summit is Saudi Arabia African Summit, whatever it's called. But every time where I see Kolu, when they box up, put him inside plane, and then they take him out of Nigeria. Surely New York, that bill where came from, that bill from the hotels in New York, it always give me PTSD. When he went to France, we were told that that one wasn't too much money we then spend. Now around the 500,000 euro. You see that of a United Nations, almost $1 million they spent to $420,000. Dori Olosho call Luda cannot, even if you actually pumping with all the I'm not sure anyway. I no good as but the way you see him, they go need other supporting because they go need other supporting system for somebody to actually have to fuck with $420,000 in just a few days. Even though they told Nigerians that they were going to New York to go and meet Microsoft founder, Apple founder, and all of this, and Elon Musk, you know, they said they wanted to go and meet the General Motor Chairman in America, only for them to go and spend $420,000 on Olosho. I want Olosho, Jamaica. Now, I'm not going to say they are going to feed them with the same, kind of supply them with what do you call it, Arabian prostitutes as well. I'm not going to say that, but PTSD, when I remember person they spend 1 million naira on, with zero return. You know, since they go to, they return from that United Nation. You have been jumping from one poverty to another, one mystery to another, and a lot of you have turned to more prayer warriors. So when they go out like that, I just hope we'll get to know that they are not spending another $1 million on alcohol, drugs, and women, hotels. That's what they did in New York. Okay? And since they came back, shishi, shingbai, has not been invested in Nigeria. Not $1, not $10, not $0. Well, $0 invested. Now they don't go Saudi Arabia now. Look when they watch them because they said that the 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget that Tinubu signed, they say it is not out of insensitivity. The money is to address some pressing issues, pressing national issue. That's what they are spending 2.17 trillion naira on. Pressing national issue, like presidential yansh. Abi? And then presidential, what else again? Pressing issue. So here is Kalu in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Just for the optic. It's for nothing.
Have to go. Back.
So that is where your forex goes with zero investment or zero return. Unfortunately, but you know, it's not something that we can start pitying you for today, other than just to keep reminding you, okay? Enabling your criminals have their own consequences. It's called choice. Some say elections have consequences, but nobody voted for this guy. He didn't win any elections, okay? But nevertheless, when you have people who are actually like standing up to continue to push them on, even if they are victims of their criminal adventure, right? We need to keep reminding ourselves. Look at that. That is where everything goes. You can continue to pray for Nigeria. Sure you get. I'll stop there. I'm going to go make myself another fresh cup of tea. Then I'll open the line. So everybody asking that, Mayegu, please, display your number. It's on your screen, even though it keeps scrolling. Okay, it's not staying. It's the one at the bottom, right? That one at the bottom, you will see the number right there on your screen. You can even screenshot it and just type it down before it escapes, right? Or you can even type it in the comment and copy it later and use it. But when I get back, I will take calls. Now, to everybody who might want to leave after this, right? Please like the broadcast before you go, okay? And when I get back, I will take calls and we can hear other people's views too going forward. Don't go anywhere. Thank you very much, everyone, especially those who actually listen to me. We are over 2,000 on YouTube, even after the break, and we've only had just about 700 of us who have actually paid their offering. Come on, I mean, I don't know. Like, how could you have 3,000, 4,000 people who are like organically joining to watch, right? And then you would have to like remind everyone, like, come on, before you could get 1,500 of us to actually do that. So majority of you are just watching. Maybe you probably don't really like this. Anyway, the line is quite opened now, okay? And usually it is the WhatsApp call generally, okay? And if you feel like you could call directly too, just don't forget the prefix. I mean, it's called, isn't it? +44 before the number. So let's check. All right. So I'm so sorry that I left you in the I left you hanging in the air there. Somebody who actually just called in, but I'm sorry. Okay, you can try back in, right? But I have a caller already. Yayade.
Baba.
How are you?
I'm fine. It's Austin.
Oh, it's Austin. Oh yeah, I thought it's Ahmed. You have the similar. You have similar. Okay, don't worry. How are you tonight, Austin? By the way.
I'm fine. I'm really lucky to just call you once and the hookup.
You are. I mean, there is this person who has been there, and I actually thought I picked the call until he just dropped when I was ready. But yeah, that's you now. So, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm pretty fine.
Great.
You know, I think I was the second to the last caller here last night when I told you about Nigeria. Yeah, when I told you about Nigerians, and I told you Nigerians are not really serious. We are, well, all of us, we are not really serious with the whole issue, with the whole saga of Nigeria. So all we think is that we lament, we blame, and then the impunities keep on going on daily basis.
We are not angry. No.
Anyone?
I think I said something similar.
No. No. We are not angry, and we can never be angry enough. We can never be angry enough. Mark my word. Mark my word. There will be never any revolution in Nigeria. There will be never. The reason why there will be no,
it will never be.
Yeah. No, it will never be. It will never be. The reason why it will never be is because there is this too much. There is this. Yeah. There is this too much of this ethnic. How do you call it? How do you say this? It's really
it's like run out of my mind now. Austin, maybe you need a minute.
Don't worry, I'm hearing you. That's it's like this
You're talking about the ethnic division, which has part of
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Ethnic division. Ethnic division. This ethnic. Yeah. It will never, because after the conversation last night, you know, I was also today trying to talk to a lot of guys that I know, and their reason is quite different. Honestly, everybody said, we all know that Nigeria have gone. Everybody said that. We all know. Even I have someone that his brother is in government. He told me that his brother's wife said that Nigeria is gone, and that what everybody is doing is to grab his own part. So everybody knows that. Not that they don't know. They know it. So they are only waiting for the day, maybe miraculously it will happen, that we say, okay, let's go our separate ways. But to say there will be a revolution, who is going to do it? Who? Nobody will do it.
Maybe it won't be called revolution. Maybe we are also used to that word revolutions that we probably are not prepared for something else. Maybe it's not going to be a revolution. It's going to just be like
my good. Do you know? Showore was talking about all these things. We took him for granted. Nigeria mesmerized him. Nigeria attacked him. Nigeria seized his passport, blocked him in many ways. A lot of Nigerians are saying he deserved it. He's supposed to be killed. Why is he was supporting Tinubu? Yeah.
So asking that Nnamdi Kanu should be killed too.
Exactly. Nnamdi Kanu came on board. Nnamdi Kanu came on board. We said, yeah, he's stupid. He's doing this. He's bringing problem. He's supposed to be killed. Now, Nnamdi Kanu left. Then Nigerian youth said, okay, let's fight for our rights. NSAS, do the right thing. They killed them. And nobody talks about it. Nothing. So the shite, anyone that rise up, they kill them. Now look at what is happening in the East. They are killing innocent people, tagging them up, ESN, and nobody talks about it.
Even when
nobody talks about it.
IPOB is not a terrorist organization.
It's not a terrorist organization. Yeah.
They still continue to use the rhetoric of why they are killing young people in the East.
Exactly. So then tell me, who is going to revolt? Who? The only thing our people are doing, do you know that Hope Uzordima capitalized on this issue and said, we are going to send 4,000 Imo lights outside of Nigeria. They are going to work. So they are clapping for him. Everybody are clapping because the stage Nigeria is now, everybody wants to leave Nigeria. So he used that and said, we will send 4,000 out. And you will be shocked. Forget about rigging. You will be shocked that Imo people will vote for Uzordima. I am telling you honestly. Mark my word. Hope Uzordima will win. He will win. Really, he will win. I am not a supporter of him. I don't support him. I don't even support one Nigeria. What I want, what I desire, is for everyone to go to your tents. Everyone. But in the way Nigeria is, if you're fighting for Nigeria, you are wasting your time. You can never fight for Nigeria. You can never. Look at your comment. Look at your comment section. The same people, you are living better than them. Forget about the mess we are in Nigeria now. Majority of us are outside. We are more better than Nigeria, the ones in Nigeria, because it affects them directly. Our own is indirectly.
No, this
but
what they actually pray for in Nigeria. Things we take for granted here. What in Nigeria, they believe that you have to have so much money, right? But when you get when you live around, when you live in this part of the world, you realize that you don't actually need a lot of money. You just need to have something doing to have a standard and better life, right? Now you no longer pray. You no longer have prayer point about some certain things anymore because they are there. You don't pray for them; they are already there. So that makes our life better than anybody living in Nigeria, whether you are rich or poor. There is no debate about it. But trust Nigerians. They will tell you. They will tell you about those who are washing plates. They will tell you those who are washing bodies. They will tell you those who are cleaning yash, forgetting the fact that ordinary cleaner lives a better life than these bankers in Nigeria. If you remove corruption, by the way. Well, I get what you mean. They would argue.
They will never. They will never. If you try to educate them and say this is your right, this is what you're supposed to do, they will tell you no. Why are you telling this? These guys, I know they are human beings also. Even when they will put you there, you will also do the same. Even you that is talking, are you a saint?
This is me. They will project their what do you call their corrupt way of life on you. They will say, my brother, see, let us be honest, Jerry. If not you, you know, go even steal money. Now, when you say no, why should I steal public money? My friend, also everybody they talk, Jerry. So because they will do it. They will do exactly what you are complaining about there. Yeah, they will do it if they have the chance. And they expect you to do the same. And they are surprised that you're saying you won't.
I have had this interactions with a lot of people. Their mindset are stinkingly corrupt, really, really corrupt. You can never, no matter what, they have this Stockholm syndrome that within 2 months they have already forgotten all the whole thing that is done. There is one Facebook group I am into. When we have conversation, you will see people are telling you Imo State is IPOB and then that are destroying Imo State, not Uzordima. It's an allegation that they are giving to Uzordima. Uzordima is a good man. And I said, what? A 419er is a good man? How do you reason this way? How? It's like what you used to say. How do you expect good things to come out of the Tinubu's administration? How? How?
It'd be like arm robbers, right? It'd be like arm robbers. Somebody we know arm robbers, right? They are skilled people just to get his way. Okay. Then suddenly you are now saying that but you know one thing, we know that he's an armed robber. We know that to have his way, he will kill people. But he's a good man too. Remember, he he's a good man. Those orphans that he killed their parents. He's paying their school fees now.
Exactly.
Look at that woman that is a widow. He's paying allowance to that woman. So it's a good person.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many people he has helped? Do you know how many people he has helped?
We know he's a bad person. He's not bad. He's doing good as well. Let's think about his good, Baba. Honestly speaking,
that is what Dimitri, this APC candidate from Bayelsa is telling them. In 1 year, I will come. I will come back in 1 year and count how many people that have met millionaires.
Yes,
millionaires in 1 year and doing what?
Doing nothing.
How will they become millionaires in 1 year? So our people doesn't reason. So I have fight. I have argued. I tried. So what I do now, I just keep on looking at them because you can't change your mindset. Our mindset is so black that the government, we are the ones supporting
is that you'll be surprised that there are so many people that program like this, right? Platforms like this have helped. They may not have come out to say, you see, talking about changing people's minds and letting them know what is right from wrong. Of course, it may not really show much effect as you think, but you may not even have an idea. Even me and you are exchanging this right now. You'll be surprised how many people that will just sit there and be like, man, that's true. And that is you. You've changed them. One day we'll make up the number.
Hopefully.
So we'll stop talking. Thank you so much. But I take another one.
Welcome.
Okay?
You're welcome.
You take it easy, sir.
You're welcome.
That is Austin. On the one hand, Austin is one of those who have also disappointed that they don't expect that Nigerians will be able to fight back. Don't blame him. Please don't. Until it happens, there are those who believe that Nigeria will never fight back. But I believe that one day it's going to happen, and it's going to be soon. Whether you want it or not, these guys will push everybody to that state. Do I still have a caller there? Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening, my doctor.
Hey, is that the prince, the African Wahala?
Yes, sir. The one and only.
Baba, it's good to hear from you. African Wahala from Canada. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Thank you for the great introduction, my brother. The previous caller, I just wanted to quickly disagree with you respectfully. Please. They are going to push us to the wall, my brother. We don't have a choice. At this point, me and you might not even be a part of those that will pick up arms and fight against these criminals. People are going to do it because once you push people against the wall, I know Nigerians have a thick skin. They will dig into that wall and keep on finding a safe space. But at some point, there will not be any other safe space and they will not have a choice but to fight back. Yes. And then secondly, I wanted to mention to anybody, in case you're on the Temple of Truth or you come across this video in the future and you're still one of those people that still believes that somehow an election coming up in Kogi State or Imo State is going to improve your lives, how about you just tell yourself the truth? It's not. PDP is equal to APC. Right. It's equal to LP. It's equal to all the political parties. The primary responsibility of every individual trying to get into politics in Nigeria is to become a billionaire. Period. Full stop. Their job is to get into politics and then they can become billionaires. And the reason why a lot of you still support them is the crumbs that will fall on your plate. And we understand the dynamics, but it's not sustainable. At the end of the day, all of you guys are going to suffer for it. Period. So with that said, don't waste your time going out there to support PDP killers, APC kidnappers, or all these other political parties. When you guys that are going to be used as political thugs get killed, and I know you political thugs probably you don't even have the intelligence or the patience to come on YouTube and listen to a show that will educate you. So more than likely, you're not here. But in case you come across this video, when you guys die for Yaya Bello, or you guys die for the other thief, Dino Melaye, they will survive. They will remain billionaires while you're dead. Okay? I just thought I'd put that out there. Thank you so much, my general, my Egun general. God bless you, my brother.
And you too.
Yes,
Such
sir.
a pleasure hearing from you again. Send me well to the family, Baba, and take it easy.
I will, Baba.
Nice one.
Thank you.
So that is the African Wahala from Canada, by the way. I have a caller whose call just came through and dropped. Sorry if that's you. I have another caller too. Hello there.
Brother,
how are you?
God bless you, mommy. How's everything?
Too,
this is Scott from Canada.
Nice one. So that is another Canadian caller there, right?
Yes, yeah. I mean, with the first caller, I want to decline with the first caller as well, respectfully.
Right, you disagree too.
Yeah, because me and you, will likely not be among the people that will go out there here. But the people that are being pushed to the wall now, dollar is still going up.
It is.
Gas, fuel prices is going up. Even Gary that is for poor man before, it's not even for poor man anymore.
It's becoming luxury now.
It's becoming luxury. The healthcare is declining. So the roads are getting bad, insecurity. So it happened for those who were there in 1993. IBB must go. We don't know how it will start. We don't know how it will start.
Man,
but
that's a very good reference you just made.
Yeah.
Those are the ones who were brandishing guns and they put everybody, they bullied the whole country. But when the Kasala burst, Baba, even Babangida started making arrangement of his own exit for his own exit.
Exactly.
You're right.
1993 was a perfect example. We can't really compare it to NSAS because that 1993, even soldiers gone were on their toes. You know, for those who were really in Lagos, I witnessed it. You know, so they will push you to the wall, and it's getting there. I don't know, maybe in the next 4 years, in the next 3 years, but we'll get there. You know, and the way the culture is built, you know, people want to become millionaires. You know, to be past everybody.
Millionaire overnight, billionaires overnight.
You know, I live in Canada. You know, I'm a high net worth individual. You know, but I don't really need. I look at all of the incomes there. I don't really need too much.
You know,
than the house that I live. No,
I mean, if it comes your way through your work, of course you have them, you have it, Abi. But you shouldn't. You are in a state whereby you ask yourself, why should I be desperate to make so much money by all illegal means? It doesn't make sense.
Acquiring wealth is problem. People don't understand. But the of my work, I work with high net worth individuals. Acquiring wealth is problem. You have even to maintain a house of $1 million. No, you know how the stress is managing all of these things. So one of the ways for anybody to hurt themselves is just asset. Because the money can just be there. The money can just be in the stock somewhere. It's better than acquiring some things that will cause problems, that will not give you rest of mind. You know, and it just signs how the culture has turned. You know, people spraying money. You go there, you don't spray money. It's like you don't belong. You know, if you don't buy a UAP, you know, you don't belong. You know, so it's that culture, and everybody still have that roles to play. You know, whether the politician that is stealing billions of dollars, the gateman that is stealing 10,000, 50,000, everybody now criminal. There's no good.
Everybody they take advantage of everyone whenever you have the chance.
Yeah, exactly. There's no good thief. There's no is the street language. That's why we say window is exactly. There's no good thief.
You wait till your turn, I wait for my turn. Everybody go chop.
Exactly. You know, you find someone that collected contract too. A pastor church too that collected donations.
A restaurant that collected contract to build school. That is not into construction. They are collecting theirs.
You know, and the truth is that if you pay attention to all these things, exactly what is going on right now in Israel is already happening, you know, because all of these things where everybody is busy doing competition, celebrity life and everything, and their goal is going. They know everybody's busy, distracted. You know, the same thing that is going on with Hamas, Israel now is the goal. These guys don't want solution than to take all the land, to take everything. That is the goal. That is the jihadist goal. They are taking everything. They know they are wiping away our history. In Canada, they're beginning to wake up now. Now we do acknowledgements now to those who own the land. Acknowledgement now. We do acknowledge it now. You know that this land is the territory of these people. We need to start saying it now. Exactly, because history, they are erasing that history. Because if me and you not tell our grandchildren, my children my own children here don't even know anything about Nigeria.
And we used to be blamed for that. If I may ask,
exactly that history, they are erasing that history. They are erasing it. They are erasing. I would say
to get all of them erased.
Exactly, and because people are too educated, people are so stupid that they are too educated that they don't even know history. They don't even know history, and that's the worst thing that can happen to a man. But thank you very much. I mean, thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you too. When people come into ideas like this, it gives it a different perspective, and it gives it. In fact, it also gives other people to say, you know what, I disagree with him too. I'm going to call in, and it's interesting. So thank you for making that happen.
Well, thank you very much. Even some of your videos now the idea is a diary. You know, we play it for the children.
Yes.
You know, we play it for the children.
Yes.
You know, they can watch it.
Yes.
You know, I don't need to do plenty explanation. The
Not too
videos
much
are there.
anymore. Exactly.
You know, thank you for that. God is using you in your own way.
At least posterity will judge all of us. He's using all of us that we are not all cowards. That is keeping quiet. You know what I mean,
Thank
Baba?
you very much, sir.
I appreciate
yes,
you.
Sir. Thank you very
Take
much.
It easy, okay? Nice one, Baba. So I have two big brothers and friends from Canada. Well, should I say big friends from Canada, right? So now I have another caller, not from Canada. Hello there.
Hey, Mayego, how you doing?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
This is Jerry from Tennessee, from Texas.
Jerry. Did you say Jerry? Is that you?
Jerry from Texas, yes.
Amazing. So I told you, this is not from Canada. I have Jerry from Texas. Baba, how are you today?
I'm okay, bro. How are you doing?
I am here too, surviving. Thanks for asking. So please.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to again respectfully disagree with what one or two previous guys have said.
Is that us saying the first caller?
Yeah, the first caller. Yeah, there is something it said. I kind of think I don't know how it's going to work, but remember I'd mentioned that before. Nigerians have a way that the government have actually held people down and held them so tight that individuals who want to either rebel or protest are not able to. And if you actually speak to a lot of Nigerians who are back home, most of them feel like, what can we do, man? That we don't have, what else can we do? Like, they feel deserted. They feel, most of them feel like the only thing they do is powerless. The only thing they feel like is wake up every day, bro. In fact, no day that I don't get up to 5, 6 people begging for help me, send me money, all kinds of need for everything. Now, if you look at most of the people that are speaking openly against Nigerian system, most of them are people abroad.
You are so right. Too. And you know something too, Jerry, that is becoming a problem. They said all of us who are abroad, they said we are the ones who complain most. And the government need to do something about us too.
Good. So as somebody have said, do you know that most of you that are speaking loud against Nigerian system, I'm sure you have forgotten everything about Nigeria, house, visiting, family, parents, you forgot about it. Because you can't touch your leg there. In fact, you can't even if you get out from the airport, from the plane, you cannot get out from the airport.
I mean, that is one great risk that a lot of people don't really want to find out. You don't go to Nigeria and then begin to say, they've arrested. You say, what do you go do there? Like, what did they worry you? What do you want? What did they find? I mean, that's a risk that I don't want to find out.
Now, a protest will need coordination. Either you call it a protest or what else do we call it? What's that?
It's coordination now. You need coordination. You need organizing. You need to mobilize. In all of those things.
And
you need a leader.
I know we have talked about when we can do an organic coming up. But if the individuals have to be informed, you can't just, like, even if somebody is on the street saying, I know they agree or I know they agree. Most people will be like, I never eat today.
You know?
Let me go and plan my day. So people have to be informed to plan their days. Now, when NSAS come, somehow they use Twitter to organize themselves and to coordinate it. Now, Nigerian government have known about it, and so they are monitoring Twitter messages. So who else is going to coordinate it? So I look at it like, most if we, like, I don't know how it's going to be, but I'm still looking at it that if we want Nigeria to survive, it might be most of us that are abroad that will coordinate it. And most of us that are in abroad that will actually figure out how we're going to handle it or something. Because people at home cannot get involved. And probably do it to take Nigeria government system unaware. Right. Because if they know that you want to do protest here, they're going to send their police to actually disperse everyone. And so it will not happen.
So that means you did not totally disagree with Austin then, because that's what Austin said. But Austin only said, Austin only said our differences is the reason why we will never come together. Talking about people back there, right? So you have also kind of agreed that, well, not just the differences, there are other things like the assault, the threat, the bullying, even the killings, you know? So you're agreeing with Austin there, but go on.
Yeah, I am agreeing. Remember I said I didn't totally disagree with him.
I know. You said it. You said you didn't totally disagree.
People are hungry, things are getting tough, but the threat and the threat is so much on people that it's so difficult. And if you remember last time I spoke to you, I told you that people always say this thing that youth don't stand up, I think Nigerian youth have always been stood up. I remember one of the guys mentioned it here. When Babangida was doing Babangida and so forth, they have always stood up. This time, the government have used this system to like intimidate people that people are scared to come up. And yes, it would be nice for us to have top leaders to come and lead the protest. But who will? It would have been Obi or maybe his Dati Ahmed. Probably people would think that they would just order to say, hey, we don't have confidence in this system. Please, let's go out on protest. But we all know why it's going to be.
Jerry, I would like to tell you what I heard, okay? I would like to tell you. And then everybody watching us. Do you know that the plan is that to see how they can keep Nigerians from protesting or publicly?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And in this plan, they are trying to, they call it the coalition of all oppositions. You get that? So they will now build a movement around one figure. So everybody will drop all of, from PDP, Labour, everywhere, they will drop all of their, whatever they are doing right now. I have heard that too, in case if you come across it in the next coming month. So it's not only APC that doesn't want anybody to have the courage to group and protest. So even the supposed opposition, right? They don't want Nigeria to.
You don't want people to.
Baba?
Okay.
So their plan is to keep Nigerians, is to kind of manage them, pretend that they are fighting Tinubu, okay, for 2 years. Then they will begin to sell the idea to Nigerians that Tinubu needs to go. Tinubu will need to go. So they need to build a huge movement, political movement, around one person. So that person will now be the voice of all the oppositions in Nigeria that will now go against Tinubu in 2027. But me, Mayegun, I am telling all of you from day one now, okay? It is all plots to keep you in Nigeria. None of them is going to kick Tinubu anywhere.
Well, I know there will be a revolution. I don't know how it's going to happen. I have no idea. But we'll just keep watching.
They are planning that, too. No, they are planning that. You'll begin to hear more about it soon.
My thought is most people that are from abroad could help out and coordinate.
Well,
that's why I thought I should chip in. Let me allow other people to call in.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you, Jerry.
All right, have a good day.
And you too. You have a good one yourself, okay? And that is Jerry from Texas. Omo, I just say make I tell you that one. No. Some of you probably have heard it. It may not be news to you. Look at me very well. Those who are like the opposition or whatever you call them in Nigeria, okay? They are putting together another kind of scheme. And I don't know, maybe it is PTSD of what I know about Nigeria too. But my mind says Tinubu and his gang, they are probably those who sold the idea to them. They want to do something like that of 2014, 2015 APC, coming together and choose one person and rally around them, build the whole power around them, take the power. Once you now take the power, then everybody can go their separate ways. And it will be the survival of the fittest then, right? My mind is telling me, say, Nakolu, they motivate them. If you buy it, if you join them, begin to look for PVC, begin to sell the Zobo that you're about to, you exercise your power. Now here I go day. She been at 4 years, some of you call it. It's just 4 years. It's just 8 years. I see me can tell you beforehand though. I have a caller. Hello there.
Hello, brother.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Sorry, it's Beatrice. My voice.
Oh, my lady. That's our lady Beatrice, ma'am. How are you tonight?
Oh, fine. Thank God. Thank you.
Bless you.
Sorry, my voice is, I just woke up from
sleep. Are you all right? Okay, yeah, you just woke up, right?
Yeah, my voice is not so clear.
Right. Okay.
I just wanted to, give some people a little bit of strength.
Please give us some uplifting words.
Yeah, because
you know it is, yeah. Come on.
It's not all over. It looks like it is over, but it's not all over. No matter how weak Nigerians are and how fearful everybody is at the moment, we should not forget that the country nearby that is called Niger
did it.
That's
right.
With younger military people, not even the top military people, the younger ones. And there has been such things in Nigeria before, where all of a sudden we started hearing certain music and started telling us that the government has been disturbed or removed.
Dissolved. I mean, you remember Abacha time, yeah?
Exactly.
Is hereby dissolved.
Yes.
This is hereby dismissed. Of course, I remember.
The thing everybody should have thought of is, why did Tinubu come to power? The first thing that he mentioned was coup. He did not want.
They must stop coup. Meanwhile, about 3 countries that experienced coup after that war, they've never experienced coup. Then immediately he kept saying coup. 3 countries in West Africa.
He had plans. He had plans that he knew was going to harm and hurt the people. So he was like pre-warning everybody that, look, I won't tolerate coup. So because nobody just comes into government and talk about coup, into civilian government. So I think he was the first to say we will not tolerate coup.
And he kept saying it. You're
right.
Having
said that, it was not long the coup happened there in Niger.
That's right.
And he tried to terrorize them, blah, blah, blah. But the guys are building their country today.
That's right.
And they removed France and all the wicked ones that are sucking the country up.
That's right.
So if Niger could do it, what tells us that we don't have young, I'm ready to die military people in? You don't announce coup before it is done.
It's after. That's right.
Nobody says there will be coup. Nobody says it. So the fact that everywhere is calm and every soldier is calm. I watched a film or something on YouTube where a military man, or is it a policeman that government sent somewhere, was attacked and government abandoned him there. In this country, they will send aircraft to go and pick him up. And then they will look for those who attacked him to handle them, So the fact that this guy mentioned it, gave a warning about coup, showed that he didn't have any good plans for Nigeria. He knew that whatever he was going to do might bring up what he's afraid of.
Sentiment that may lead to any kind of coup attempt.
Yeah, but it is not ever announced. Even the people we are talking about who will do it or might do it, they are in the same system. And they
are mostly guiding the president. Those who plan the coup in Niger, they are the presidential guard, by the way.
Ones. So he may have bribed their top ones, their generals, and removed certain generals. But the people that carry out such things are the people that you don't ever think they are going to be able to do it. And they are the people that will say, I'm ready to die for this country. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
So I still want people to not give up. It is not easy to do a revolution in a system where tribalism is a problem. Because you cannot arrange anything tribalistically and it's got done. Because there are people all over the country from every angle of the country.
That's right.
Some of their brothers are in that system.
They are part of those who are ruining Nigeria. So if you decide to go after all of them, you realize that our tribe, ethnic, religion will become a problem.
If you plan anything, they will go home and say, uncle, brother, see what. So, but the guys in uniform, they know how to manage themselves.
With their discipline.
They are there to save us. They are there to protect our country. And when they will do it, it will not be announced. No. They are the only ones that can do it. And there is a part of our country where the military owns the military. It's neither Yoruba nor Igbo. There is a part of our country that owns the military.
And that is the northern Nigeria, ma'am.
I don't want to mention their name.
You should. You've always been very blunt. Don't keep that part, ma'am. Okay. It is always the northern part of Nigeria, and the statistics are very dear for everybody to check.
Look at all the coups, they were the ones.
They've always been those who had the audacity. And that's a worry, man. You know, that's another worry, right? As much as people believe historically, those who plan coup or head coup in Nigeria are always from the northern Nigeria. Would you even not throw Nigeria into an endless chaos if another fellow Nigerians make an announcement? Would you even be comfortable, ma'am?
No.
No, you won't. I won't. Yeah.
This country, not country, country.
This country.
This country is now so and so. I am now the so and so.
You know, you see, you were once a broadcaster. You probably have broadcasted some of those Masha songs in time, right? Fellow Nigerians, you know, another person don't enter. Who be this one again? Oh, people will start telling us that he's a madman. Oh, he's a gentleman. Oh, he's from Jigawa. He's from Kano. They say, hey, don't enter.
No matter what happens, we still have strong military people in that country. Not all of them
southern Nigeria. Do you think there is any southern military?
Not all of them were bribed. Not all of them were giving all the.
You are not listening to me, ma'am. I'm asking something, right? I'm saying, do you, in all honesty, right, as much you are very kind of enthusiastic about these thoughts, right? Do you, in your own belief, that a southerner in the military will get the support of his own people to overthrow government and take, because if a northerner takes over coup in Nigeria, so you see that revolution and fight that they said won't happen. I will be one of those that will instigate it, and I will boldly stand by it. I will campaign for it.
Yeah, but
you get what I mean? Like, do you believe a southerner can plan coup in Nigeria and succeed in this time?
It's not easy. The southerner, they don't have the balls to do it.
No, they don't. And if any, although once in a while I do pray for it, even though I know it's going to be even worse for the people if we think it through, right? But you know something, man? I pray that they should try it, and another northerner should announce it and say he's now in charge of Nigeria.
But they cannot. The northerners are one. The southerners are not one. Do you understand me?
I'm with you.
The northerners, they are one. As long as they are called Hausa, even if they are not Hausa, they are all Hausas. Even if as long as they are in that north, they are all one. I have been to the northern place, something like Adamawa.
Right.
Maybe you knew when Ibrahim Alfa was alive.
Ibrahim Alfa, I know that name very well. Yeah.
He was my godfather. I went for when his father was made a king or something like that. Right. And people were invited. Come and see millions of the northerners in the front of his house. They were there for days. I slept in his building as well. You see, you could see how they are ready. It's like the city of an eyed man, of the blind, where an eyed man is the king.
It's the king.
The South, we are not like that. We are not the city of the blind, where an eyed person is the king. That city of the blind is from the north. So, and if one person says, so is going to happen, Baba, all of them will do what he wants to do. But you don't have it in the South.
No.
You even have it a little better in Yoruba land than you will have it in Igbo land. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
So it's not that thing. You cannot achieve anything without unity.
Nothing
that unity, that obedience.
And it has to be unity of purpose. Share something in common.
We want to rescue this country now. We are going to do this. It's not from your place, so neither is it from my place. It is the same people that have been rescuing us. And he cannot succeed in bribing all of them. When they look at how bad things are going, when he was even going to the north, they were not his friends there. No. But if you see Obidia, you see how they troop out.
I do.
To welcome Obi.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even in Obi's land, it's not all of them that is in support of Obi.
Of course.
Are you getting it? Mm-hmm. Is it not where, what do you call him, the governor is? That is hurting.
Soludo, we all know the position of Soludo, who is also from the same Anambra like him.
Exactly.
And we know the position of Uzordima towards Obi and Obedient as well. And yeah, you are right. You are absolutely right.
In that Igbo land, how many Igbos were in support of Obi? The supporters of Obi were mainly...
all of the governors in Yoruba land are behind Tinubu, whether PDP or APC. All of them.
So when the time comes, you know, it doesn't look like there's... I have done documentaries. My major area was documentaries in those days. I worked with IDB. I did documentaries when IDB opened the aluminium smelting complex in Port Harcourt. I was the one that filmed it. So I know a lot about that country. I'm not talking from nowhere.
I know you're not just talking randomly. I mean, I can tell, like, you know, from experience.
And
they say experience is the best teacher, ma'am, you know?
Yeah, what I want to tell us is that I'm a lot older than I was in those days. You know,
I mean, you're not getting any younger, they will say.
No,
but at the same time, they can say you are aging in reverse. Sometimes people are that lucky. I look at you and be like, oh, you are what again? So, I'm just so age. I'll be like, are you aging in reverse?
Yeah, they do
but
tell
it's
me
all
that.
grace, by the way, when we live longer. You know what I mean? It's grace. That I wish this generation would be that lucky. Look at us. Look at us now, right?
Yeah.
Look at what we are facing. Look at what my generation is facing. Right?
Exactly.
The level of depression and the kind of hardship that my generation has been exposed to. Your generation wasn't, you weren't exposed to that at that age. But look at us today. So which means it will be a grace, right? To live longer, like many of you. It's a grace. So lucky you, man, please.
I can never be oppressed or suppressed by any human being.
No anymore.
We owe that country equally. And like I was telling my sister yesterday, I said to her, I here. If I was in Nigeria now, maybe I would have died. Because I suffered what they call leukemia. It nearly took me. But they fought to save my life in this system. And they are doing everything to keep me alive.
Life and healthy.
I'm healthy. But nobody does anything for them over there.
No.
When people experience ordinary malaria, nothing happens. And these guys, why is this word entering my mouth all the time? With impunity, squandering our income. The income of that country. It is not me or you that will fight them. The ones they are thinking that will take them away, it's not ordinary Nigerian. People are there and they are planning it. And when the time comes, by the grace of God, they will unleash what they want to do. I don't care, even if they are there in the next 10 years, as long as they put the country back to what it's supposed to be, like it is in Niger now. You cannot do this to people.
It is so unfair the way they treat Nigerians, and with the fact that they have no real plan for those future generation. And it's not a game. Politics is not a game. People's lives are involved. People's future are involved. People's livelihood are involved. And therefore, when people who don't care like that, when I look at them, I'm like, apart from the fact that they are heartless, but it is actually unfair on people. It's so unfair. I mean, imagine you were born and you're like, God, why do you create me into this country? What have I done? It's because it's unfair what these guys are doing to everybody who accidentally appears in Nigeria. Honestly, it's unfair.
It's very, very unfair. And they don't think. I remember when some people tried to deal with me in Nigeria. I called Emma Shalafa. Emma Shalafa sent a message to the IG. IG quickly sent people to me to take care of me. And then in my house, they hung pictures of IBB, because I used to know IBB so as well, and pictures of Emma Shalafa. I said, Daddy, why did you do this? He said, so that if anybody comes to your house and see these pictures, they will know that you are not alone. I know you are a Christian, but they will know that you have some human beings that are taking care of you.
You do have people who look after you.
And who was I then? Who was I then for such a big man to take care of me and my children. You understand me? So the people here now, they don't care about anybody.
No.
They don't care. But the coup they are afraid of will happen. They cannot bribe.
Keep going the way they are.
Never bribe all military men. It's not me or you. But the people that do it, they know how to do it. And when the time comes, they will do it.
I know. Thank you so much. You know something I have sensed in you, apart from being, you know, a journalist, a broadcaster, and then a reporter, you seem to have a very, very sort of strong or so relationship with the military men or men in uniform. Would I be right to kind of?
I used to.
The way you speak, right? The way you speak as somebody who is not just thinking or wishing, but somebody who has sat together with military officers or uniform men who have spoken glowingly about how they love Nigeria. And here you are thinking, where are those men? And your mind tells you they still there. They are still there.
I know them from promiscuity.
Yeah.
I knew them from my hard work. Right. And they respected me. They cared for me. I knew them from working hard for the television.
And you still think those people are not always going to be gone in the military, right? There will still be some people like that.
Yeah, when a woman reduces herself into back for hand, or how do they say it?
Money for hand, back for ground.
Then you are useless. But if they know that you're a very hard-working person, they will respect you and they will care for you. So I just want to tell Emilio Con, whether he's listening or not, that country does not belong to only him.
No.
When the time comes, there is time for everything.
There is.
In this world, nobody stays in any position forever.
No.
There is time. When God will say it is time, get out of that place. And he will send people who will rescue us.
Amen.
When the time came,
I'll let you go now, ma'am.
One second. When the time came for the Israelites to go home, God removed Moses from their midst for the midst of the Egyptians to rescue the Israelites. Right. It's the same God we believe in. He will rescue us. Amen. And these people who think that they have everything, if the same way Abacha did not enjoy the fund he swallowed, he stole, these people will not enjoy what they have taken.
Amen.
Anybody listening to me should write it down. They will not enjoy anything they stole. They will go the same way Abacha went. God bless us.
I mean, I'm going to say amen to that once again, ma'am, all right? And thank you so much.
Yeah, even him, I knew him personally. I worked with him. I did a lot of documentaries with him, you know. Right. So it's okay. It's very unfortunate. It's painful to see what is going on, and we cannot do anything. But we can speak. We can talk. Let us talk. Let them know.
So that they won't think they've won everything, including our voice. No, they won't take that away. No. Thank you, ma. And, you know, I'm going to say a good night to you. I think you were my last caller last night as well, if I remember. So, and it's becoming you know, sort of a custom now. So I hope I'll be lucky again tomorrow, right?
Thank you so much.
You too. And thank you very much. And you have a good evening there, okay? And a very wonderful night as well. Yeah. Okay? Take it easy, ma'am. So that is our lady. I kind of love to call her me lady, you know, our lady, Beatrice. So, and on that note, we're going to draw the curtains, okay? Remember what I said. If you joined us from the start, what you need to do before you leave is to make sure that you like the broadcast before you leave, if you haven't done that already, okay? And you can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that too. And if you joined us mid-broadcast, listen, Mayegun's Diary political broadcasts are streamed mostly live, unscripted. So the first 5-6 minutes of Mayegun's full videos are mostly to wait for those who are going to join the conversation live. So if you're watching it as a replay, I will advise you to skip that part if you don't like my song, because my song is also part of the content from the zero when the minutes start counting. But if you have been so used to the song that you don't want to listen to it anymore, you just want to listen to the message, you can fast forward it. There's no point in you sending me a message to tell me the song is too long. That is not good. Okay? Fast forward it and then enjoy the rest of it, or watch the premiere. That's the divided, cut out part of the broadcast. Anything else? Let's do it tomorrow. again. So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you again or next time. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.